Check. The place is here. The time is now. You are tuned in to the lunch table. You got Save on the mic, and I have a special guest in the building. Go on and introduce yourself for the people.
Hey, what's good? It's your boy Atreu 850, straight out of Crestview, Florida. What's good, Pensacola? We in the building.
Yeah. I got Atreu in the building, man. Atreu, what does that mean? What does your name mean? Where does it come from?
So Atreu is actually my legit middle name. Yeah, and my parents got it from the Neverending Story. You seen that with the flying dog?
I know about it. My people love the movie. Like, trust me, my people love the movie. I'm not a fan.
Oh yeah, you good.
I'm not gonna lie to you, dog. But I know it's dope.
Yeah, it's a super dope movie. My parents were obsessed with that movie, and there's a character their name Atreu, and they felt like we had some similarities, so they were gonna go with Atreu. So they were gonna roll with that as my first name, but they decided to go Christopher Atreu. They felt it was too different. I was like, man, Atreu would have been mad dope.
This is a great movie.
Yeah, I was like, for real? But,
I gotta watch this shit. All right, but yeah, fill me in on your background, man. Give us a story. Spill us in.
Yeah, so pretty much I started off just hip hop connoisseur, man. I started off back in the days on the No Limit, Cash Money days. Okay. And then I actually got put on.
Who's your favorite Cash Money artist?
Favorite Cash Money? I gotta go with BG. Personally, I gotta go with BG, like straight up, like off rip.
Hey, mine's Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne? I mean, what Wayne's Lil too?
No. Yeah. Then BG. Like, but for you to say BG, dog, respect.
Word.
Respect. Because he the hardest, but my age, I came up on Wayne, so I'm gonna say Lil Wayne.
Of course.
Bias on that shit. But
yeah.
Go on.
No doubt. But I actually got put on the Nas from a Master P album.
Word.
On Only God Can Judge Me. He had a track called Where Do We Go From Here? Mm-hmm. And it had Mac and Nas on it.
Straight up.
Mind blown. Like, I never just heard lyricism like that. So that's what kind of got me shifted towards East Coast hip hop, which kind of biased towards that now. So, but
in what way?
I mean, once I heard Biggie, Jay-Z, Nas.
So you put the East Coast above any other coast as far as hip hop?
I mean, we all coasts are dope.
Yeah, we can give them as far as the originators, and they do have those legends.
Yeah,
but yeah,
no doubt.
Like I say, every coast has theirs, but it's subjective. If you want to say East Coast, you can say East Coast.
Yeah, I'm biased towards them, but I honestly grew up listening to all coasts at some point.
Yeah,
I even rocked with the Midwest heavy at one point. That's when I was really big. Well, I'm still really big in the Common. Really big into Twista, Crucial Conflict. So I even ventured out Midwest. Even some West Coast artists, I'm really big on Razzcast. Okay. Razzcast, one of my favorite artists out there, Locksmith, so.
I'm over here like, oh.
I'm all coast, but
Fuck the coast, I'm talking about the artist.
Oh, the artist.
Time. You old, dude.
Oh, yes. I get down,
No, respect. Like, real shit, you are really thorough with this shit. Right. But tell me about the label you're working with now.
Yeah, so I'm working with Paradigm ENT. So they're out of, shout out Paradigm, we in the building. Shout out DJ T-Boo.
Shout out.
So I got linked up with them through showcases I was doing out in Panama City. Shout out Young Don as well for hooking me up. But I met them, linked up with T-Boo, and she said she'd like to work with me. And ever since then, it's been all love. She's been helping me get shows, giving me motivation. It's really leading me in the right direction. So
tell me about some of these shows, man.
So shows, man, I actually just had one this last Saturday. I was at the Green Door. It was Hip Hop 101 with DJ Cool Ice.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah,
Shout out to them. How was it?
It was awesome. Yeah, I was actually one of the featured artists, so I had a 30-minute set. So I made the most of it.
That's what's up.
It had 9 songs, yeah.
Shit.
Crowd was rocking with me. They were vibing with Atreu 850. So, I mean, it was all love. That was my first time out at the Green Door. But I've been at the Tipsy Pig in Fort Walton. I've been at Lucky's Rotten Apple. I've been to the Merry Widow in Mobile.
Shit, that's what's up, man. What was
Player Saloon? I can keep going.
give me your best experience.
Best experience?
As far as show wise.
It was when the first time I was in Panama City. Mm-hmm. I was at the Dungeon Tavern, and they had a hip hop showcase out there, and that was literally the best crowd response I had. I actually got it on my YouTube channel. I think
Don't plug it in.
So YouTube, that's Atreu 850, Atreu. I got all my performances on there, and that was titled Atreu 850 performing at Hip Hop Showcase. I think it was 9/15. The first time I was out there, but illest crowd response I ever had. After I performed, everybody was dapping me up. It was just all love. and that means a lot to me as an artist. You know, just coming out there. I don't really go out in PC much, but be accepted.
Yeah.
And especially being kind of more of like a conscious type artist, like
the positive vibe in general is so contagious, dog.
Yeah,
everybody get on this positive shit. Now go on. Tell me about your worst show.
Worst show. Okay.
Give me all the details, man.
So,
don't hold back.
I worked with this label called UAA Music.
Yeah.
I met them on Twitter. So they hit me up. Hey, we want to talk to you about signing a deal. They they fell off the earth, but they had a showcase out there too in Orlando. They called it the UAA Music Alliance Festival. Mm-hmm. So it was a whole bunch of artists from Florida. Well, they lost my actual CD with my show mixes on it. Mm-hmm. Straight up lost it. Like, so not only did I wait like 4 or 5 hours before I finally performed, so I'm just chilling there waiting, you know, listening to music, keeping my motivation up.
Was there no way to like just pull up your beats and you go on that bitch and just rock it?
I had to play it off my phone. They were looking for it and everything, so my phone, of course, since I was listening to music the whole time, my phone's about to die, right?
Oh, man.
So the middle of my show, my phone cuts off. Like, I literally, like, pause, and I'm like, what?
Did you improvise and just start rapping acapella like you was playing?
I finished the rest of it. It was like the last hook is when it stopped. But I finished off the hook. But you can see on my face, I'm like, man, not only my CD was lost, I waited forever and a day. But then my phone died when I finally got to perform. Like, I was like, bruh, is you serious? Like,
and this is on the YouTube channel.
Yeah, I kept it on there because it's for real. Ain't no shame with me. Ain't no shame with me.
Real shit.
But you can see it on my face. I'm just like, bruh, like, I can't have it. Like,
hashtag LOL, man. Explain that.
Hashtag LOL. So that's legal lyricism. So I really want to, you know,
for the people, League of Lyricism.
League of Lyricism.
LOL, League of Lyricism.
We got 2 members so far. We got Octane, who's actually from Pensacola, super dope artist. Check him out. And I also got JT from Crestview. So we got 3 members so far, but we're just trying to get like super dope hip hop collective.
Yeah.
You know, trying to get something for the 850 going. You know, because I see, you know, other collectives, you know, doing their thing. And, you know, I really want to kind of, you know, get something, you know, similar started.
We have enough talent to do so.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
What I've grown to learn, doing what I'm doing, and reaching the people that I've reached. I love my city, but we don't have that much confidence in ourselves, man. And that needs to change very soon.
And even out in Crestview, man, it's the same thing. You know, and sometimes, you know,
it is about being about home. But it's just so much negativity in the home, the word home.
And it's wild, you know, people want to say, you know, so-and-so's trash, so-and-so's whack. It's like, why aren't we building each other up?
Yo.
It blows my mind.
I say this every week, and if you're if you're an avid listener to the lunch table, I say this every week. Collaboration over competition. I believe by that shit, dog.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only way we're going to win.
Yeah, straight up.
Give me some of your influences.
Influences, okay, starting off, number 1, Nas. Nas is my number 1 influence.
Nas, okay.
Yeah, Nas all day, every day. I actually got turned on to Nas from The Message off It Was Written. I heard that piano sample. I think that's a Sting sample, actually.
Okay.
But it just blew me away. So once I heard him on the Master P track, then I heard It Was Written. It was game over. Next, Jay-Z. Huge Jay-Z head all day.
For number 3, I'm just gonna hope you hop out of New York. But if you don't, you good. You good. But respect the both.
Yeah. Then of course, you know, I like Biggie as well. Huge Biggie fan. But you know, for my actual top 5 though, I usually exclude Biggie, Jay-Z, and Nas because everybody got Biggie, Jay-Z, and Nas.
Spice as hell. And I was saying this earlier. I thought it was a millennial thing, but when you think about it, it's the culture. Like it's hip hop.
Yeah.
They have their just due, and they will get it. Yeah. So there's no refuting your top 5. If they're in your top 5, they deserve to be.
But besides influences, someone who doesn't really get mentioned a lot, Fonte from Little Brother.
I don't know what that is.
Little Brother's super dope. Like, have you heard of Ninth Wonder?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Ninth Wonder was a part of Little Brother, and then he separated.
Is he a producer?
Yeah, he's a producer.
Okay, yeah, I've heard.
Does like the super dope soul samples.
Okay.
Yeah. So he was that was his group in the beginning. Super dope group, by the way. But Fonte is basically he's one of Drake's influences too. So Drake is influenced by Fonte. So he started, you know, kind of like the sing rap type deal.
Okay.
But incredible lyricist though. Like he's one of my definitely in top influences as well. They don't get, you know, a lot of mention.
You ever heard of Big Rude?
Nah.
Man, look up Big Rude, man.
Big Rude?
Look up Big Rude. Society of Soul. Shout out Outkast, the whole Georgia vibe.
Oh.
Yeah.
Outkast dope.
Some more. Give me some more influences.
Oh, influences. I'm gonna name some off the wall influences. You know, a lot of people don't mention cannabis.
Hell yeah,
Dude, Cannabis, I love this, man. Like, for real, like.
Even though, you know what I'm saying, he had a beef with one of the legends with LL Cool J. And had no business doing that. But, yo, do you fuck with battle rap?
I do.
Did you see Disaster rip Cannabis into pieces?
Yeah, he pulled out the notebook. Dude, yeah. Dude, I was like.
You don't want to hear me spit my shit.
I face palmed. I was like.
To the people that don't know, yo, go on YouTube. Disaster versus Cannabis. It's a battle rap. It's a dog. It is gory. It is gory.
And that put a permanent like mark on his legacy because of that. You know, anytime I mention Cannabis, oh, you see that Disaster battle? I'm like, dude had a career.
Like, he was better than that.
Yeah, like I was blown away. I don't know if he's having a bad day.
No, it's just not his league.
No.
It's not his league. No, seriously, like a boxer is not just gonna go to MMA and expect. You know what I'm saying? This is a different sport.
That's a good point.
It's a different sport. That's all. I'm saying you're not great over here on track. You know what I'm saying? You make some music.
Yeah.
This ain't music.
That's a good point.
This is, you know what I'm saying, they fighting over here. Anyway, I digress.
But that still was crazy though. I facepalm right there. I was like, bro, really?
That is one of the best battles ever, and it's so one-sided. Like it's not even a good competition, but that's one of the best battles ever, just because it was so fucking gory.
Also with that, Cassidy and Freeway.
Yeah, but
dude, that was
one of the classics, the small room type shit. That was you know. But it wasn't on that stage how it is now, and those arenas type shit. You know what I'm saying? But I digress. You know what I'm saying? We talk about this shit all day.
I messed around with Grind Time a lot too. I tuned into them. Used to watch that
I'm a
consistently.
huge hip hop, battle rap, all
Nice.
this shit, man. I bleed all this shit, so I'm with you.
Nice.
What motivates you in the morning? What motivates you to be Atreu 850? Man?
Honestly, man, like I do it for the culture, man. I love hip hop. You know, a lot of people make music. I'm gonna get famous. I'm gonna buy a Lambo. I'm gonna do a Ferrari. Dude, I make music because I love it. Like that's really is what it is. Like if I make it, cool. I'm with it. But at the end of the day, I do it because it's something I really love. You know, I want to leave something behind that, you know, to say, hey, I made my mark on hip hop. Yeah. Because honestly, like real talk, hip hop has been there for me in like some really dark places, got me through some real tough times.
Real deal therapy, man.
Yeah, it was there for me. So I feel like I owe that to hip hop to like pay my dues and, you know, leave my mark on it. So
give me some examples of some of your music and the messages behind it, man.
So one of my favorite tracks to perform is called Love Affair. Okay. So are you do you mess with Common a lot? Have you heard of I Used to Love Her?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I wanted to kind of make my own version of that, like put my love of hip hop, like envision it as like a woman.
Okay.
So I kind of started and told my story of how I started, you know, just a kid with his headphones on, writing lyrics just to get through a crappy day, to being a guy now who's getting shows, who's blessed enough to be working with a label, and you know, I'm really, you know, making money off my music, linked up with BMI, DistroKid, so you know, I'm making a little bit of money off it, so that makes me feel good.
Plug all that shit in, man. If you don't mind, shout them out. Shout them out.
Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, Google, Deezer, Tidal.
You still on Reverb?
Yeah, I'm on Reverb Nation, SoundCloud,
Seriously.
Bandcamp, like
all that, man. Look them up.
Yeah, I'm on everything. Atreu 850. That's ATREU 850. But yeah, real talk. It's just, you know, just leaving my legacy. I want something my kids can listen to and be like, yo, that's my pops. You know, he's doing his thing.
Dope.
You know.
Dope. Tell me about some of your upcoming projects. So I'm actually doing like an alter ego type thing. So like a T.I. versus T.I.P. type shit, like kind of sorta.
Dope. So I'm gonna, you know, of course, have myself as Atreu 850 doing my usual, you know, kind of East Coast type raps, but also kind of have like a kind of switch flow. Kind of do more of like a slower flow, more direct and kind of like more like kind of like Cage, Esham, you know, rappers like that. Kind of like be a little bit more extensive with my vocabulary and whatnot. So kind of do something a little bit different. Kind of venture out a little bit. But I have that coming up. It's called R2, which is actually Atreu spelled backwards. So I want it to be kind of like the reverse of Atreu.
On some us type shit, like some mirror shit.
Yeah, something like that.
I fucks with it.
And I'm gonna have some tracks featuring Atreu Eight 50, you know, so I think it's gonna be kind of dope. Like
featuring yourself?
Yeah, featuring myself. 2 different flows.
Damn, that leads me into my next question, which gives me kind of some insight on what you just said. How do you feel about featuring with other people? How do you feel about features in general?
Features, I love it.
since you just told me that you're gonna third person a feature for yourself.
I love it, man. I love
How is
working
it
with
possible?
everybody. It's two different. I'm gonna do two different flows. I'm gonna try to pitch my voice out differently. Like I'm gonna try to get it to legitimately sound like two different people.
That's what's up. But how do you feel about features in general?
I love it. I want to work with everybody in the 850 and even nationwide. Like anybody that's listening, you want to link up. I mean, let's get on the track. Let's really make something happen.
Collaboration over competition.
All doubt, all day. I wanna help build each other up. I'm not one of those people out there trying to hate on the next man. I want to see the next man rise up too with me. And let's get this paper together.
All right, we're gonna close it out on this. Give me your top 5.
Top 5,
Dead
okay.
or alive. I know we talked about influence,
Yep.
but we want to set this in stone.
Yep.
Top 5 dead or alive.
Top 5 dead or alive.
No coming back from this.
Okay. No respawn. We're gonna start off. I gotta go with Cannabis number 1.
What?
Cannabis, like
Cameron!
lyrically wise, I gotta go with Cannabis. Like
Yeah.
yeah. Second up, I'm gonna have to go with Chino XL. Chino X Super Mad Dope Lyricist. Number 3, I'm gonna have to go with Elzai.
Okay.
Yeah, Elzai. Number 4, Ghostface Killer.
Okay, Wu-Tang.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Wu-Tang all day. Number 5.
Big in the 90s.
Yes, that's
Okay.
yeah.
I peeped.
Love it.
I was just talking about this.
Yes.
Man, like the age you can tell, where people at,
Yeah, no doubt.
Millennials are here, other people.
Next one, I gotta go with AZ.
Who?
AZ. Remember from Nas, Life's a Bitch? Yeah, he was the feature on that.
Life's a bitch until
And he
you
died. That's why.
Okay,
He had the second verse, dude.
okay.
AZ's mad ill. Like, I know, like a lot of people
I know it. It's just way
Yeah.
back in my mental library.
Yes.
But I do know.
gotta go with AZ. As an honorable mention, Royce the 5'9".
Yo,
Yeah.
the Black Eminem.
Royce is mad ill.
Yo, Royce gets busy. And respect, man, because people don't know Royce because they young.
Royce is
Royce be
nasty.
killing shit. Royce be killing shit.
Yeah.
How much was that? How many was that?
That was
4.5.
Oh, so I got no.
Give me
Oh,
another.
damn.
Give me another.
Let's see who else we got. Yeah, Fonte from Little Brother has to be my next one. Honestly.
So,
Yeah, he's.
so Fonte, Royce, Nas. Did you say Nas?
Oh no, he was one of my influences.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he was.
AZ, Ghostface,
Elzai,
Elzai.
Chino XL.
Your shit is bizarre.
It's all across. It's a little bit of everything.
I'm just being honest.
A little bit of everything.
But I fucks with it, and it shows that you are authentic. So I can give you that shit. I can give you the utmost respect for that.
And I respect the real hip hop, as you can see.
Yo.
Got the rap Mountain Slides equals hip
Yo,
hop.
explain that shirt, man, because I fucks with it, man. Explain this shirt. Where'd you get it from, and what does it mean to you?
I got this from Instrumental. They're a clothing site. And I reached out to them on Instagram, saw their material, I saw the shirt, and Fonte from Little Brother was wearing it in the picture.
Word?
Yeah, and I was like, man, I gotta jump on this immediately. So I copped it, and then like it's one of my favorite shirts. But really, what it means to me is, at the end of the day, I feel as an artist, you got to be real with yourself.
Yeah.
And I feel, sometimes, people be, embellishing a little too much. And I'm an artist. I keep it real. I don't talk about anything I'm not doing. I keep it true to myself. It's real life experiences, what I've been through. So I feel you take the lies out of rap, and what's left is hip hop.
Real hip hop.
Because I tell people, people say, "Oh, you a rapper?" I tell people, no, I'm a lyricist. There is a difference. I got to sometimes break this down to people.
You care more about the message.
Yes.
Than the tune.
Yes. Now, of course, everyone has their turn up time. They just want to groove and whatnot. But really, I care about the message. What someone is saying is what speaks to my soul.
Okay. And no problem with that. But when it comes, like the foundation of this is music. So to be truly successful, I'm not saying you're not gonna be successful, but respect the music as well. You know what I'm saying? Put it all together.
True.
Don't miss the message. You know what I'm saying? But obey the music as well. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna catch the people.
Of course.
Then you actually catch the people.
Of course.
But I appreciate you coming through, dog. Like, you welcome here anytime. I appreciate you coming through, fitting us into your schedule.
I appreciate that.
The place is here. The time is now. You got Save on the mic. You got tuned into the lunch table. Introduce yourself one more time for the people.
It's your boy Atreu 850, straight out of Crestview, Florida. 850 in the building. Check me out. Everything, you name it. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Spotify, YouTube. Atreu 850's on it.
Everywhere. And that's what it is, man. We out.